Hi, everybody. It's Mike with Cross Country Expediters. I just want to get on here today and talk a little bit about the expenses that we've had so far in obtaining our all of the endorsements, all the different things that we need to do to become team operators of an expedited straight truck, in particular for the fleet owner that we'll be driving for. Anyway, stay tuned, and I'm going to share some of that information with you tonight. So first of all, I'd like to share with you our continuing episode of our TSA background checks. Last week Last week we had our fingerprints and background checks done for the hazardous materials endorsement for our license through TSA. Talked about how our appointment got messed up, we'll say, and we weren't able to do our TWIC card appointment at that time. So they were to take us in today at I think it was 10 o'clock for a walk-in, and the officer there, the agent there, was able to get us scheduled in as a walk-ins first thing this morning. So when we got there, we noticed just down the street from the office where we to go, they were moving a house. So they had the streets blocked off. You could tell that the trees had been trimmed back. The house was actually sitting in the middle of the road. And so anyway, we did a little bit of a detour. We got to the building that we needed to get to, walk in there for our walk-in appointment, and we were informed that they weren't able to do anything this morning because their internet access was cut off due to the fact that they were moving this house, and they didn't know when that was going to be back up online. So yeah, we didn't get that done today. Another disappointment. But we did have to make appointments anyway just to get the ball rolling and have our application online. We do have appointments next Tuesday. So hopefully we will finally get these TWIC appointments behind us and get those in process. The agent did let me know today, I expressed the concern that we need to get Carrie's passport application submitted. So he did inform me that because Michigan has enhanced driver's licenses, not all states do, but Michigan does, and she does have an enhanced CDL. He stated that that would be sufficient for applying for her TWIC card. They look at that much like a passport. And so that it would be okay for her to send off her birth certificate and other, I guess her marriage license or whatever it needs to accompany her passport application. So we'll get that going this week. Kind of wish he would have let me know that last week, and we could have had that already in process. So anyway, that's kind of the update of our adventures at TWIC. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the expenses that we have incurred so far. Now, everybody's going to be different. These are what I'm going to be looking down just a little bit. I've got a sheet of paper here that I've had that been keeping track of our expenses so far. And again, not everybody's going to have the same expenses as we do. I have my CDL. I had my CDL, although I upgraded to a enhanced license. And so I just wanted to read off some of the expenses that we've incurred so far. I do have pretty much a grand total of what we've done so far. And we've got a few other things. We're going to want to get a few things for the truck. We've purchased a few things already. Things that we really needed regardless, but things that we will certainly be taking on the road. So with that, just a kind of a quick breakdown of these. As you are aware, Carrie did CDL training with West Michigan CDL in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it was a one-on-one training. The cost of that was $1,800. It was a 2-day one-on-one training, and that included the training, that included the rental of the truck, that included the testing, so she could get her certificate. So yeah, $1,800 for the training. We're trying to keep track of everything. So we included some travel expenses of our own for that, food, gas, and some miscellaneous items of $100. I rented a truck, a 26-foot straight truck from Penske. It's rounded off, but $200 for a one-day rental of the truck. That gave Carrie an opportunity to get behind the wheel before she had her training. Temporary instruction permit for Carrie. So the state of Michigan, they're going to get their money. That was $25 so that she could just get a permit so that she could be out on the road training on a truck. That was required for her to have a temporary instruction permit to go to West Michigan CDL. She also needed to do a drug screen. I can't remember exactly that, but I believe it was about $30 or so. It might have been a little bit more, but a couple of these are estimates. So then when she was ready to go get her license, there was a $25 CDL fee. And since we wanted enhanced driver's license, there's an enhanced driver's license CDL fee of $45 a piece. And I recently upgraded mine to an enhanced driver's license as well, or CDL. So there's also to add a CDL group designation to an enhanced license. So that would be like the Class B for her, Class A for me, and an additional $25 a piece. We haven't done the hazmat or the tanker endorsements yet, but Michigan has, I don't know if all states are the same, but they have an X endorsement, which is a tanker and hazmat combination, and that will be $10 a piece. I renewed my passport and my passport card, so that was $140 for myself. Carrie's passport and passport card will include an additional $60. I've got 40, but I believe it's $60 expedited charge on there. So that will be $200 for her. Our hazmat background checks were $86.50 a piece. And we haven't paid this one yet because of our appointments being messed up, but our TWIC cards, the background checks and fingerprints on that are $125.25 a piece. Each of us have recent DOT physicals. Carrie needed a DOT physical before she went to training. So I renewed mine just a little bit earlier just to kind of get more on the same time frame as far as DOT physicals go. That was $100 a piece. So we have a couple other things. I wanted to get some new glasses. I did that a little bit ahead of time just so that we would have that taken care of before we're out on the road, and another $230 for that. We each got different laptops. They were actually refurbished laptops, local shop here, and a total of $600. And then just a couple other personal items for the truck that we've purchased so far at $90. So the grand total so far of everything that we've done or will shortly be doing is $4,223.50. So we have a little bit of an outlay so far, but you know what? It's going to be all worth it. It's going to be worth it for these endorsements. It's going to be worth it for these for the passports and things like that. Because unless it absolutely sucks, but I don't believe it's that bad. To go into Canada, anything can be rough, but we're looking forward to that. We've been to Canada a few times, and not in a commercial vehicle, but we're in Michigan, so we're not that far. They're kind of our neighbors. And so, we look forward to that, but it is a little bit of an outlay on our part. Again, everybody's going to be different. Some people are going to already have their CDLs in hand. Others have pretty much everything that they need. We didn't, and we still don't yet. But I just wanted to pass that information on. I had a couple questions as far as what training cost and a few other things. So, again, a little over $4,000 so far in this venture. We will be going to the Expedited Expo in July. I think it's the 19th and 20th or something like that. And it's something that we're looking forward to. There's a hotel. I think it's a Holiday Inn Express. No, don't quote me on that. I don't know what the hotel is, but we've got reservations right across the street from the convention center where the expo is being held. So we're looking forward to that. That's not included in here. It's an additional expense, but it's something that's going to be well worthwhile. Now, we have yet to set up an appointment with our accountant. That'll be coming here shortly. But many of these, if not all of these, should be tax deductible for us, or at least in part. So that's another reason why it's important to keep good records of everything that we're spending, and of course, when we get on the road, everything that we'll be spending. And also per diem is going to be, an important part of our tax deductions for the year. Obviously, tax codes and things have changed. Now most everybody's doing standard deductions versus that, but these other things are over and above that, and it's an opportunity to get our gross income down so that we ultimately pay fewer taxes on that. So anyway, I just want to give that information to you guys, and hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully you can maybe get a little bit of perspective on where we're at, what we've spent so far, and where we're going with that. And maybe if you have any questions, give us a shout, leave some comments down below, and we'll certainly get back to you on that. But until next time, have a great day.